Gil Martin of Locked On NHL here as we continue our extensive NHL draft coverage on the Locked On NHL network. We're with Brandon Pillar of Locked On Senators, who is our prospect expert, and Robyn Leaño of Locked On Coyotes. With the third overall pick, the Coyotes add Logan Cooley. And Robyn, your thoughts on this pick?
Yeah, I know. I think this was the pick that was fully expected for the Arizona Coyotes. It seemed that Cooley was the one that fit the most, one of the most skilled players out there, one of the most talented players out there. As a center, absolutely feels the need for the Arizona Coyotes. I've been trying to pay attention to him all off season long, ever since the Coyotes went to third, and I'm like, okay, this is the guy they're going to get. And even when Shane Wright fell down to 3, I was like, okay, I'm confident it's still going to be Cooley. He's the one that fits the most. And his stats just prove it. I think it was 115 points in 75 games played with the national development team. Unfreaking believable. This guy is amazingly talented.
And where do you see him fitting in as far as this team? How soon do you think he'll be ready?
I think, I know he's committed at the University of Minnesota next year, and I think he wants to play because the Arizona Coyotes are going to be in no rush. There's going to be another year of just hockey, to say the least, and it's going to be an example where it's the Coyotes are probably going to try to go for another top pick next year. So they're just like, all right, we're not going to put Logan Cooley out here right away, but this guy's once we're ready to emerge down the road, he's easily going to be one of the probably best, one of the top forwards out there, top 6 forward. He will easily fit right there.
Brandon, what does Cooley bring to the table for the Coyotes?
Cooley brings a lot to the table for the Coyotes, and for a team that really has a lot of holes to fill, he's going to be one of their top centers for sure. He's so smooth when he's out there. He's one of the best puck handling players in this entire draft. He's going to be a part of a top power play unit. He has a great wrist shot, a good one-timer. He's going to be setting guys up. Like Clayton Keller is going to love playing with Logan Cooley in the future because he's what you want from a center when you're trying to start a rebuild and really build around a guy. Logan Cooley is someone you can build around. Now, I probably would say Shane Wright is the safer pick, but if you're the Arizona Coyotes, you're not trying to do anything safe right now. I like that they took a big swing on the upside of Logan Cooley because if he pans out the way he is and if he's developed properly, I think you're looking at the makings of an incredible first-line center.
What is it that he needs to work on in order to be NHL ready?
Honestly, Gil, there's not a whole lot, and that's why Logan Cooley is such a great pick for the Arizona Coyotes at third, because elite prospects who cover the draft very, very well. Definitely recommend looking at some of their stuff for draft preparation. They mentioned he could work on his skating a little bit, and other than that, the scouts kind of laugh, saying, that's being nitpicky. That's us really focusing and trying to find something wrong with them. And most kids, 17, 18 years old, they got a lot of work to do on their skating anyway. So that's not much of a knock on a guy that is a high draft pick. And I believe the Arizona Coyotes will be really happy with him.
Robyn, where do you think the Coyotes prioritize next after adding Cooley in the first round?
They got a couple of first-round picks left.
Yeah, they have a couple more first-round picks. Their next picks are at 27 and 32. The Coyotes are in a unique situation where I don't think there was a really true priority. It's literally next best available on their board. Whoever is the next best available, that's who the Coyotes pick. Maybe because of how many picks they have, they might go a little bit risky on one of those picks because there's okay, this player might be undersized or he might be overage, but that's okay because they might develop into something better. We have the Coyotes have 7 picks in the first 45, so they're they're pretty comfortably sitting out here. But next best available, whatever it is, whether it's a really solid forward out there or a stay-at-home defenseman.
Any chance they package 2 of those picks to move up to grab a specific player?
That is an absolute possibility. That's something I talked about on the Locked On Coyotes podcast. I said that if, one of the top players who was projected to go top 10 falls into, like the 17 to, low 20s area, it is highly possible that the Coyotes just see that opportunity and they said, okay, we are going to go ahead and make that selection. We're going to go make the trade to try to make this selection because we don't see them falling anymore.
All right, Robyn, thanks so much for joining us. And for more, you can watch and listen to Robyn on Locked On Coyotes.